Okay, so shall we begin the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I shall share the screen. Yeah. So can everyone hear? See?
Yes.
So as I always say, if you can mute your audio, that's better, because otherwise a lot of unwanted interference can come. And then let's keep the questioning round at the end. Then there'll be a flow for the session. Today, we're going to see an OET writing letter. It's a referral letter to a general practitioner. And this is the letter. Philip Hamilton. I had sent the letter yesterday, posted it yesterday. So as always, when you get a letter, how do you begin? You begin with the writing task, isn't it? So can I have someone to read the writing task alone for me? Can someone opt? Please come forward.
Can I, ma'am? Using the information.
Yeah. Who said can I? They start. Nassim, you can carry on later. Continue later.
You can start. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Vinada. Okay. The writing task. Using the information in the case note, write a referral letter to Dr. Gregory Miller, Hamilton's P, and request support and management for patients' alcohol misuse.
Guli, can you read a little more slowly? Because
Okay,
here the Malayalis find it difficult. See, it Hamilton's GP, one word is missing here. Can you read from the beginning a little more slow?
Okay, no problem. Using the information in the case notes, write a referral letter to Dr. Gregory Miller's Hamilton's GP and request support and management for patients' alcohol misuse. Address this letter to Dr. Gregory Miller's, Brisbane, Australia, and explain about admission details and relevant history.
Yeah. So from here, we understood that from the information in the case note given here, we have to write a referral letter to Dr. Gregory Miller, who's he? Hamilton's GP, which probably from this itself we can understand that Hamilton is the patient, isn't it? So we are writing to Hamilton's GP, whose name is Dr. Gregory Miller, isn't it? Why are we writing? What is the purpose of writing? Requesting support and management for patients. Who's this patient? Hamilton's alcohol misuse. Did you all understand? Okay. Now again, the full address is also given. Address is letter to Dr. Gregory Miller. The address is given. And what do you say in the letter? Explain about the admission details and the relevant history. GP, we know, is a known case. This doctor very well knows the patient. So that is why we just have to talk about the admission details and also the important history. Okay, now let's go back to the first part of the reading. Can someone help me from starting till social background? Nassim, can you read it?
Sure, ma'am. Imagine that today's date is 20th February 2022. You are a ward nurse in a hospital and Mr. Philip Hamilton is under your care. Patient details: name Mr. Philip Hamilton, age 35 years. Social background: school teacher, married and 2 children, separated from wife and children, moderate smoker, excessive drinker, after separation from wife and children, has a brother.
Okay, thank you. See, let's read once again. See, you always have to have this GP in mind. He's a reader, okay? It is to him that we are writing the letter. So always have that reader in mind because that will help you to select the information and to discard what is not important. So imagine that today's date is 20th February 2022. When such a thing is given, you have that is the date when we are writing the letter. So always make note of that date for the letter. Okay. What is your designation? What is your role as a nurse? You're a ward nurse. So underline that and keep in your mind. Yours sincerely or yours faithfully. After that, you should write ward nurse. Okay. The hospital and Mr. Philip Hamilton, that's his full name, is under your care. He's a patient. So the patient details are given. Mr. Philip Hamilton, he's 35 years old. What is his social background? He's a school teacher, married and two children, separated from wife and children, moderate smoker, but excessive drinker after separation from wife and children, has a brother. Actually, this GP knows this patient very well. So actually, we don't have to write anything about the social background because that is already familiar to the doctor. Okay. Now, can someone else read from the medical history to till 14th admission details? When you read slowly because there are some students who find it very difficult. So let them understand. So read slowly.
Medical
Start.
history. Female
Medical
fracture.
history. Femur fracture in 2019. Shoulder injury in 2020. Allergies unknown. Father died from. Brother diagnosed with IHD and on treatment. Stents applied. Present complaints. Severe abdominal pain.
Okay. Another person read the 14th admission details. Who started initially? Can they continue?
14 to 2022. Admitted through ER. Severe abdominal pain. Ultrasound and CT scan ruled out no kidney stones, appendicitis. Positively identified acute pancreatitis. Query excessive drinking. IV fluid, morphine injection, and oxygen provided. Liver function test, increased liver enzymes. Query excessive alcohol intake.
Okay. So the medical history is that he had a fracture in 2019. He had a shoulder injury in 2020. Allergies unknown. Father died from stroke, which is not directly connected to this case now. It is not important here. Brother diagnosed with IHD and on treatment, stents applied. So this is something about the medical history. And I'm sure this is also very much familiar. The medical history of this patient is also very much familiar to the GP. So when you always write a letter to the GP, it is fine if you avoid the social background and medical history because that is known to the GPs. Okay, so you don't have to waste time reading that. Of course, you can read that, but it is, you can conveniently avoid that. Presenting complaints. Why did he come? Why was he admitted now? He presented complaints with severe abdominal pain. And 14th is the day of his admission, date of his admission. He was admitted to the emergency department for severe abdominal pain. And then what did they do? They did a CT investigations like ultrasound and CT scan and ruled out that there are no kidney stone and appendicitis. Then positively identified acute pancreatitis. They suspect that it's due to excessive drinking. So what is the management they did? They did for this patient. He was given IV fluid, morphine injection, and oxygen. He was supported with oxygen. And they also did performed a liver function test, which showed increased liver enzyme that is also suspected to have been caused due to excessive alcohol intake. Now, 14th was the first day of admission. Now 16th. What is the situation? Let's read. Can someone read 16th and 18th also? Let's not waste time.
Patient wants support regarding alcohol.
No, read the date, Soumya, when you read the date.
Okay, on 16 to 2022, patient wants support regarding alcohol. Patient states that he started to consume more alcohol after separation from his wife and children. Leaflet provided contains information about alcohol kit, social help group, contact number given. On 18/2/2022, abdomen pain reduced. Patient considers to stop alcohol intake. IV fluids, O2 disconnected.
Okay. So after 2 days of admission, what is his condition? We have read that he is into excessive drinking. So on 16th, he expresses a desire that he wants a support for
Hello, ma'am.
Cannot hear, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you all hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Because there's a power failure, it got disconnected.
Yes, ma'am.
So I shall share the screen once again. Now can you all see?
Yes,
Now can you all
Yes.
see, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So 18th, thank you. Abdomen pain has reduced and the patient considered to stop alcohol intake, which means it requires a support. And then all these management that was given, IV fluid and oxygen is disconnected. Okay, can someone read from 20th till the last bit?
20 February 2022, ready for discharge. Issues found. Patient has interest to reduce his alcohol intake. Patient had a fall from ladder after drinking excessive alcohol.
Yes. Is that Lintu?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So 20th, that is the day when he is getting ready for discharge. Nothing, no details are given. The issues found was patient has interest to reduce his alcohol intake and patient had a fall from the ladder after drinking excess alcohol. So this is a summary of the letter. So now our task is, once you read the letter, let's see what is important, what is not important. Can you all tell me what is important from the beginning? Patient details, what is important? Tell me.
Name and age.
Name and age.
Okay. Social background, what is important?
Nothing.
No, D.
Excessive drinker.
He is a drinker, so I think
Excessive drinker after separation from wife.
Moderate smoker,
Yeah.
then separation from wife and children.
We are writing to GP. He already knows this on
Known case, this one.
known case.
See,
But
yes,
still there
even
is
if
the next
Nasim, even okay, if they say, some says that it is not necessary, but still all these are mentioned in the next passage also, isn't it? Next dates. 16th, he says that he started his drinking excessively because after his separation, once he was separated. Then moderate smoker, that is only here. Okay, if you want, you can include that. But anyway, it is known to the GP. This excessive drinking part is already mentioned in the on the 16th date. Okay. So what about the medical history?
Nothing important.
No
Nothing
need.
important. Yeah. Presenting complaints.
Yes, severe.
Is that important? Yeah.
Yes.
14th. 14th. What is important?
Yes.
First line is
Everything.
important.
All
Yes, all
important.
lines.
All
Second
important.
line important.
All important.
Everything is important.
Management
Okay.
benefit is important. Just asking admission details.
16th. What is important?
All.
All important.
Yeah, all are important. See, patient
Yes.
states that he started to consume more alcohol. This is exactly what is written in the social background, excessive drinking. That is why probably someone said that this is important. Okay. Suppose if this is not actually mentioned in a future date, you can include this, okay? Because this is important in such cases. So you cannot completely omit social background. If that is something relevant there, you have to pick it up, okay? Even if it's to a GP. Then 18th, what do you say? Is the first line important?
Important. Yes.
Yes.
Patient considered to stop alcohol intake. Actually, it's a repetition, but still we can consider that as important. But we don't have to write date by day. We have to write a summary. But of course, this note is in this case note is important. IV fluid, O2 disconnect. Should you say that? Is that
Yes.
important?
We will summarize.
Similar.
We
Semi-relevant.
can summarize.
Yeah, I think it is semi-relevant. You don't have to write that. I don't know. I don't think. Okay, then ready for discharge. This I will keep it as semi-relevant. If you want, you can include. Ready for discharge is important. And what are the issues that are important here? What should be included?
To reduce his alcohol intake.
Yeah,
Patient
that
has
is important. Do you think that the other one is important?
This is previous problem.
No.
So do you think a fall should be mentioned?
No.
Yes, in the
That one
No.
will show patient severity of toxic.
Do you think the fall, mentioning the fall is important?
No.
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 Yeah, not really. Okay. So I hope you understood what is important, what is not important. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'll just tell you. Oh. Separated, married, 2 children. Sorry. Here. Just strike it out. Married, 2 children. That is accidentally written. A separated wife from wife and children. That is accidentally written. You can strike it off. Moderate smoker. Yeah, that is also not very important. Excessive drinker. It is already mentioned there. So these are things that I found important. Please excuse me. The social background 1, 2, 3 can be omitted. Only excessive drinker after separation from wife and children need to be written. Of course, that is repeated on the 16th. Yeah. So now let's come back. Can one of you help me with the introduction part? Not introduction. Let's start from the very beginning of the letter. What is the address? Can someone tell me?
Dr. Gregory Miller.
What is the address? Okay.
General Practitioner, Brisbane, Australia.
Yes.
Yeah, good. What is the date?
20 February 2022.
Yeah, that is the date. And what is the salutation?
Dear
Dr.
Dr.
Miller. Dr.
Comma.
Yeah, dear Dr. Miller, comma.
Miller, comma.
Okay.
Are
Then after that, what comes? You tell me.
Reference.
Are line?
line Mr. Philip Hamilton.
Yeah, Guli, say.
Mr. Philip Hamilton, comma, age 35.
Yeah, always leave a line and then write, okay? After writing
Yeah,
the address, leave one line, write the date, then the salutation, leave one line, write the salutation, again leave one line, and then write the reference. That is how it goes. Okay, then again after that, we start off with the introduction, isn't it? Leave one line and then start the introduction. Can someone help me with the introduction, please?
I'm writing to update you regarding the current health status of Mr. Philip Hamilton,
Current health status.
who requires your
Mr.
support.
Philip Hamilton. Is that Bindu who's saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Bindu, then can you be a little more louder and clearer? You carry on.
Okay, ma'am. I am writing to update you regarding the current health status of Mr. Philip Hamilton, who requires your support and management for his alcohol misuse and the related issues.
Shall I try,
Yeah.
ma'am?
Yeah, Nasim, try. Bindu, you don't have to mention about the discharge.
Following his discharge today.
Yeah, that is also okay. Now, Nasim, come up to something else.
Okay. Mr. Hamilton requires your guidance in management to stop his alcohol consumption. He is recovering from acute pancreatitis and he is being discharged today.
Okay.
Can
Does
I
anyone have? Yeah, can someone say come up with something else?
Yeah, Mr. Hamilton requires your care and management for alcohol addiction, comma, he is being discharged today.
Which among the three is actually relevant? The first one is fine. I think, do you think you have to mention this diagnosis here? As the third one, Sarah said, I think it is enough if you say, Mr. Hamilton requires a professional management and support for his alcohol abuse. Full stop. He is being discharged today. That is fine. You don't have to talk about the diagnosis here, which we can write in the first paragraph. Is that clear with you all?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it okay to write update, ma'am?
Yeah,
Is it
I'm
needed?
writing to update. It's just not necessary. If you see, the GP already knows his patient. So you're just updating what happened from the date of admission. So it is fine to write update. See how I've written. I'm writing to update the current. I'm writing to update you. I don't think that is important. Instead, you can write a little more formally. I'm writing to update the current health status of Mr. Philip Hamilton, comma, who requires further support and management for his alcohol abuse, because that is the current purpose. So you don't have to bring in the diagnosis here and then say that he is being discharged today. And about the recent introduction, I've also given that Mr. Hamilton. You don't have to write both the names. It is enough if you write the second name. Mr. Hamilton requires your professional management support for his alcohol abuse. Full stop. He is being discharged today. Is that clear with everyone here? Can I have a response?
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, I
Yes,
feel I'm
yes,
talking to the
yes,
wall.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Then what do you write now? What do you write? We know that this GP knows about this patient, isn't it?
So
Sorry.
recent admission.
Yeah, recent admission details. So actually it is enough if we summarize 2nd, 4th and 19th together. No, what I'm saying? 14th and everything, okay? 16th and 18th and 20th together, okay? You don't have to write all every day what happened. Suppose if there are a lot of dates given, you don't have to write all the dates one by one. If you write like that, unless there is something important, you don't have to mention that one by one. Because if you mention that, you will lose marks. So it is important that you concise and write it. What is important? So how do you write? You have to talk about the details starting from the admission, which is the situation, isn't it? So let's start from there. How do you, can someone help me, please?
On 14
14
February 20.
See, 2 people started. I will give both of them chance. Can one of you begin?
On 14 February 2022, Mr. Hamilton admitted to our facility due to severe abdominal pain.
Okay, that's fine. Good. Then what was the assessment that was carried out? Can someone, the next person can link from where she stopped. You're open.
His
Start.
liver function tests were deranged
Radiology.
and confirmed the diagnosis.
He only did a liver function test. He didn't go through any other test.
Yes,
Ultrasound and
that-
CT also.
So can you
one
summarize
ruled
and tell it like? See, ultrasound and CT scan can be said as radiological investigations. Okay. LFT can be said as blood investigation. Soumi, you can say that way, but you should not say this liver function alone. You have to always also include ultrasound and CT scan.
Okay.
So can someone, can another person help me?
Ma'am, is it okay to
Blood
say a series of investigations?
A series of, Parno?
No, I just want to, I am asking ma'am, is it okay to say like that? A series of investigations were done for him, which confirmed, which revealed the probability, which revealed, sorry ma'am.
Yeah, continue. You're right. Which revealed what?
Revealed acute pancreatitis and increased the liver enzymes, probably due to excessive alcohol consumption.
You don't have to write the liver enzyme part, but you can write this: acute pancreatitis suspected to have been caused by excessive drinking. That is fine.
Ma'am, can I try?
Okay. Yeah, please.
His blood investigation and radiological investigations revealed acute pancreatitis, for which he was commenced on IV fluid, morphine injection, and oxygen.
Yeah, but you didn't talk about. Did you talk about the diagnosis part? Nothing.
Which revealed acute
You said.
pancreatitis.
Then you didn't talk about the query. Suspected to due to alcohol intake, because that is his problem here, no? So it is good if you write that.
Okay.
And you said radiological investigations and blood investigations. Why can't we say together radiological
Blood
and blood
and
investigations?
Yeah.
So that you
Yeah,
use
yes,
only
ma'am.
investigation once, isn't it? Yeah.
Hmm.
See, actually, all that can be written in one paragraph. Yes, I think it is you all who have said this, and now I'll give you my final thing. This is one way of writing. It doesn't mean that you have to write only this way, but this should be included. Can say on 14th February 2021, comma, Mr. Hamilton. Always in the beginning of the paragraphs, right? Mention the name of the patient, okay? And then use he or she. Mr. Hamilton was admitted on emergency due to severe abdominal pain. He underwent a series of radiological and blood investigation tests which revealed acute pancreatitis, comma, suspected to have caused due to severe alcohol intake. Full stop. Then you can talk about the assessment that was done. His condition was managed with intravenous fluid and oxygen along with morphine injection. Do you think we have included all the details? Have I missed out anything?
No, ma'am.
Hello, students. Yeah.
No, ma'am.
This is one way of writing. If you want, you can use the connectors for which he was started. Intravenous fluid, all that is fine, provided you write all the details. You have to write that this diagnosis is probably caused due to excessive drinking. That is very important. You should not miss out that. Okay. Then what do you write again? Can you write it like a story? Can you continue from where we stopped? Someone help me.
On subsequent days,
On subsequent days,
Mr. Hamilton revealed that his alcohol consumption had increased after his separation from his wife and children, and wants to get support for the alcohol abuse issue. Therefore, a leaflet was provided, as well as social help group contact number was also given.
Last part, there's some grammar thing, corrections required. Other than that, she said, see, but when you write it, no, try to not write that lengthy, but using the right connectors, try to make it concise. But of course, you have given all the information that is required. Okay. We actually, we also have the 18th, no? And
Yes.
we can write it together. 18th. Is there anything remarkable here? Patient considered to stop alcohol. IV fluid disconnect. I don't think that is important to write it again. 20th ready for discharge. Actually, you can write all that together in the next paragraph. How do you say that?
We can write them
20th,
during
how do you write it?
hospitalization.
Patient condition.
Okay, who started during hospitalization? They should continue.
Me. During hospitalization, patient abdominal pain was reduced and the IV fluid and management was discontinued. Sorry,
You don't
IV
have to
fluids
write
and
the fine details. If you start writing, Miraj, if you start writing like
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
finally you'll end up writing the whole lecture. You don't have to write. To concise it and write. 16th, we wrote about things that were not mentioned on 14th, isn't it? He actually wants a support for regarding alcohol abuse. Then this is also new information. What is the new information? He expressed a desire to stop alcohol after, he started to consume more alcohol after the separation. That was also new. So you can say about the leaflet also. 18th, actually the abdomen pain has reduced. Okay. Patient considered to stop alcohol intake. You don't have to repeat it. It is repeating. IV fluid, okay. Because he's better, all these were disconnected. There's nothing much to be mentioned about. 20th, he's getting ready. So actually, there is nothing remarkable actually on the 18th. So you can say that currently, you can talk about 20th. Currently, he's showing signs of good recovery. That is enough. You end it like that.
Yes.
So how do you begin? You can say, Mr. See, so the first paragraph introduction, I hope it is clear. Second paragraph, what did we write? We talked about the admission. and the test he underwent, which also the situation and the assessment came together according to the ISBAR rule. Okay. And then we talked about the investigations that were done and the support that it was given, like the intravenous fluid, oxygen. And we also talked about the possibility of this acute pancreatitis, which is suspected to have caused due to alcohol intake, isn't it? So all that should be written in one paragraph. And the third paragraph, you can write about this, what is happening from 16th, but don't write the date on subsequent days. Or you can just start off like that. Third paragraph, you can begin like this, Mr. Hamilton. Next paragraph, Mr. Hamilton started to consume excess alcohol since the separation from his wife and children. Full stop. Though I've used the comparing and contrasting, okay? Though, comma, he is addicted to alcohol, comma, he has a desire to stop drinking. Following his request, probably would have asked for some help, isn't it? So I've said, following his request, or you don't have to say that, you can say, he has been given, he has been provided. You have to write like that. He has been provided. Social help group contact with a leaflet. With leaflet for quitting alcohol. With leaflet for quitting alcohol. Then the next sentence you can talk about the 18th and the 20th summary. Currently, he is showing signs of good recovery. Because there is nothing much to mention on the 18th and 20th. So you can summarize it and say it like this. Is that fine? Do you have any other opinion? What do you say, girls? What do you say, students?
Fine, ma'am.
Does anyone have? Yeah, does anyone have some suggestions? Or is this enough? Tell me.
I was thinking, ma'am, to write a social background separately. Is it okay?
Why?
Like,
Why should not we write that here? Why? Okay, of course, we have to write social background. That is important. But now, should you write this? Why? Because you're writing a GP, you know. This GP already knows the full details about this patient. What he doesn't know is what happened after the admission. That is all. That is why we're going to say, that is why we wrote update, meaning like what is happening now. Because it's a GP, we don't have to write the social background. Otherwise, definitely we would have had to write the social background. Did you understand, Sarah?
Yes. Okay.
I think the word length is less for this letter, ma'am. What to do, ma'am, in such occasions?
In that case, wait. This is how I've written the second paragraph. On 14th February 2021, Mr. Hamilton was admitted on emergency due to severe abdominal pain. He underwent a series of radiological and blood investigation, which revealed acute pancreatitis, suspected to have caused due to severe alcohol intake. Full stop. This condition was managed with intravenous fluid and oxygen along with morphine injection. So this is the second paragraph, okay? Then we go to the third paragraph. I think this is more than enough. Mr. Hamilton started to consume excess alcohol since the separation from his wife and children, though, he's addicted to alcohol, he has a desire to stop drinking. Full stop. Following his request. Why have I written following his request? Because there's something written, no? The patient requested regarding some alcohol quitting, that is there given or no? On the, I think, which date is given? 16th, I think, no?
On
It's given
16th.
something like. What is given? Read that line for me.
16/2/2020, patient wants support regarding alcohol.
That is why I've written like this, following his request. That is not necessary. Even if you don't write that, doesn't matter. Following his request. Or you can just say he has been given or he has been provided social help group contact along with a leaflet for quitting alcohol. currently, here we are summarizing the 18th and the 20th together because there is nothing much to say. Currently, he is showing signs of good recovery. Okay, so what is it that we have to write again? Have we missed out any details? Look from the beginning of the letter. Have we missed out anything? Have we missed out anything? What is it that we have to write? We only have to write the plan, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So how do you say? You tell me. Someone who did not participate can now participate. Can they come forward? Donamol, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, why don't you try? Let's see. It doesn't matter if you go wrong. How do you do it?
It would be imperative. If you could provide your support and management for Mr. Hamilton.
For what?
To reduce his
that
excessive alcohol intake.
How to reduce his alcohol intake? Yeah. Good. Does anyone have another plan? Another way of writing? Of course, this is the plan. Then you can share it.
It would be appreciated if you could counsel him to stop his alcohol intake.
Stop. We won't change the plan. To reduce. Let's keep it like that. Okay, so anyone else?
It would be
Anyone else?
beneficial.
Come.
It would be
Lindu, come
beneficial.
say. Parno.
It would be beneficial if you could support Mr. Hamilton to reduce his alcohol intake.
How to recover from his alcohol misuse. Yeah, that's enough. It would be appreciated if you could provide necessary support and guidance for Mr. Hamilton to recover from his alcohol misuse. To recover or to reduce. Don't write stop because that is not mentioned here. Of course, the ultimate aim is probably to stop, but since that word is not given here, you can only use all this. To recover from his alcohol misuse or to reduce his alcohol intake. Beginning of the plan, beginning in the introduction, if you have written alcohol abuse, don't repeat that in the plan. Instead, you can write alcohol misuse if you have written alcohol abuse in the introduction part. So try not to repeat the same words. Yeah, so that is fine. It would be appreciated. Okay, I won't show that. Yeah, so it would be appreciated if you could provide necessary support and guidance for Mr. Hamilton to recover from his alcohol misuse. Okay, so and how do you end the letter? Tell me.
If you have any
What is the
queries,
next line? After one line, what do you write again? See, this is all the word count that is counted for the exam. The next line that you write is not actually counted. Okay, how do you write that?
If you have any queries, please do not hesitate to contact me.
If you need any help,
I will say,
please feel free to contact us.
See, when you write to a GP, don't. It is good if you have word. Please do not hesitate. Please feel free. Instead, how can you write? If you have any queries, comma, please do contact me. That is a little more formal, isn't it? Because you're writing to someone of a higher rank. So that is my personal suggestion. I think that sounds, good, better. Otherwise, it look a little bit casual.
Okay, ma'am.
Especially when you're writing to someone of the higher. If you have any queries, comma, yeah, I'm saying that. If you have any queries, comma, please do contact me. This is especially, suitable when you write to a GP or to a specialist, especially when a nurse is writing to a specialist or a doctor, someone of the higher rank. It's good if you write because that sounds more familiar. So sorry, that sounds more formal. Okay, then how do you sign off?
Yours faithfully.
Sincerely.
Is it yours faithfully or
Yours
sincerely?
sincerely.
That is why
Yours
I took up that.
Doctor name is given.
That is why I changed that slide and show you in the beginning because otherwise it is easy enough for you. There are still some students in this group who does not, still know to differentiate what is the difference between sincerely and faithfully. When do you write yours sincerely? Can you tell me?
If
When the
reader's
person
name
who you are
is
writing,
given,
his name is given.
If the name is
Okay, I
given.
want one person to say. One person say.
If
Yeah,
they're
the
giving
person who you are
you-
writing to, his name is given, then you will mention yours sincerely.
Yeah. So as Guli said, if the reader's name is given in the letter, what about this letter? See, write a referral letter to Dr. Gregory Miller. The reader's name is given here. So in that case, what do you write?
Yes.
Yours sincerely.
Yes.
Suppose if it is like this, write a referral letter to GP. Then what do you write?
Faithfully.
Yours
Then what do you write?
Faithfully.
Yours faithfully,
Yours
because the name is
faithfully.
not given. And then what do you write? After so yours sincerely, yeah, that's good. Then underneath, what do you write?
Partners.
Partners.
How does the Malayalis pronounce WARD? I had mentioned in the class
Ward.
before.
Ward.
Yeah, when I remind you, you'll say ward. Otherwise, you'll say ward. So try not to say that, okay? Always remember to say ward. Yeah, more wardness. So this is the first. Another option for introduction. This is the first body paragraph where we mentioned the situation and the assessment, what was given during the period of hospitalization. Here we summarize the 16th date and 18th and 20th also together. Then we talked about the plan. Following that, we ended the letter. Actually, it's a small letter.
Yes.
Yes.
But I hope you understood. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Very nice.
Small letters are usually good to understand, ma'am. There's not too much information.
Yeah, because see, this is good for a group. But when it comes to exams, this is not enough. You need tougher ones, isn't it?
Yes.
But it's always good to show such small letters. But anyway, it is not something that we have done earlier. So I'm sure it is informative for everyone. So now, can I just see your face? Yeah, can I just see your face? Yeah, can I see everyone's face, please, before we wind up?
Face with a smile.
Everyone, I want everyone to open switch on the cameras. Such a small group. Linda, I think yeah, a few. We're familiar with everyone, I think. The small group, such a small group. Ascenta didn't join. Probably she's not there. Yeah. So I hope you understood this letter. Lindu, all the best for tomorrow. Go brave. And then you will definitely get it. She's very good in speaking. Who else for tomorrow?
All the best for them.
All the best. We'll pray for you also.
Good luck for
all the best.
And we still have 2-3 results to come in, isn't it? Nisha, Jisha,
Reshma,
Reshma, and then who else? Okay. So anything else to share? Next week will be a writing session, sorry, a speaking session. And the day before I should send the speaking things, then you can practice also. Okay. So actually we finished it. Usually I give a briefing on this bar. This time I didn't give. So we finished quite early, but I think it was short and sweet. Everyone understood. Okay. Okay, then anything else you have to ask me? Or shall we wind up?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.